Now let us discuss about universal shift register or bidirectional shift register with parallel load. In the last class already we have seen about bidirectional shift register. A shift register which is capable of shifting the data in both directions is called as bidirectional shift register. That means we can perform shift right operation as well as shift left operation. But here we can do parallel load also. So that means we can load the content in the shift register simultaneously with only one clock pulse, as well as the shift register produces the output in only one clock pulse. So loading is done in only one clock pulse. But if we want to do the shifting, then we require some more clock pulses. Let us see the functional table. According to the functional table, this circuit was designed. Here the functional table is, here we have selection inputs or control inputs S1, S0, and this column represents register operations. If the selection inputs are 0, 0, then the register operation is no change. No change in the register output. It is just like previous output only. If the inputs are 0, 1, then the circuit has to perform shift right operation. If the selection inputs are 1, 0, then it has to perform shift left operation. If the selection inputs are 1, 1, then parallel load operation. Okay. Here this is the circuit. Here we have two selection inputs. So that's why 2 power 2, that is nothing but 4 by 1 multiplexer is needed. So here we have taken 4 by 1 multiplexers. The size of the multiplexer is, here the input size is 4 bits and output is, we know that multiplexer produces only one output. Next, here we have 4 inputs. So that can be written as 2 power 2. So we require 2 selection inputs. So this line represents S1, this line represents S0. So S1, S0, S1, S0, S1, S0, S1, S0. So here the selection inputs are connected here. So here this is nothing but S1 line, S0 line, S1 line, S0 line, S0 line, S1 line. Okay. The selection inputs are connected to the multiplexer. Okay. Next, here the multiplexer inputs are 0, 1, 2, 3. We will discuss about these 3 inputs later. Okay. Next, this is a shift register, a 4-bit universal shift register. So we know that register means a collection of flip-flops. So totally we have taken 4 flip-flops. These flip-flops are D flip-flops. We know the advantage of the D. D stands for data. We can store the data. So here the input is D, whereas output is Q. Q is nothing but output of the flip-flop. Here this portion, see, this is nothing but clock pulse. This is a shift register. Shift register means it is a sequential circuit. So we must apply clock pulse on all the flip-flops. So here we have clock pulse. This second line is nothing but clock pulse. So this clock pulse is applied on all the flip-flops. Next, this small bubble line. This line represents clear. This bubble line represents clear. So here this is clear input. This first line is clear input. So clear input is enabled on all the flip-flops. After performing the shift right operation, the register or flip-flops may contain some data. If you want to clear that data, that means if you want to make those flip-flops contains as zeros, then we can enable the clear input. So clear means making the data as 0. So here the output of this flip-flop is A3, output of this flip-flop is A2, assumes that there are some variables. So A1, A0. So A3, A2, A1, A0 are nothing but outputs of the flip-flop. So let's see the first combination, that is 0, 0. So what is 0, 0? So 0, 0 means there is no change in the register output. So assumes that selection inputs are 0 0. If the selection inputs are 0 0, then what will happen? This 0 data input line will be selected as the output. Here this is nothing but output of the multiplexer. Output of the multiplexer. Output of the multiplexer will be connected as input to the flip-flop. Output of the multiplexer will be connected as input to the flip-flop. If the selection inputs are 0 0, then we know the functionality of the multiplexer. This 0 data input line will be selected as the output. So here what is happening is if the selection inputs are 0 0, then there is no change in the content of the flip-flop. Let the contents of the flip-flop are, let A3 value is 1, A2 value is 0, A1 value is 1, A0 value is 0. If the selection inputs are 0 0, then there is no change on 1 0 1 0. There will be as is only. So that's why what we are doing is we are connecting output of the flip-flop as input to the 0 data input line of the multiplexer. So here the output of the flip-flop is A3. So this A3 will be connected as input to the, this A3 will be connected to the 0 data input line. 0 data input line of the multiplexer. So here what is A3? 1. So now this 1 will be passed here. So now this 0 line contains 1. So likewise if you see here, this A2 will be connected to the 0 data input line. Here what is the content? 0 is the content. 0 is the content. Here A1 is connected to the 0 input line. 1 is the content. Next A0 is connected to the 0 input line. So 0 is the line. Okay. So here what does this 0 input line contains? 1. If the selection inputs are 0 0, then this 0 data input line will be displayed as the output. What does this 0 data input line contains? It contains 1. So this 1 will be displayed as the output. Here we are passing this 1 as input to the D flip-flop. So now this D flip-flop will contain 1. We know the advantage of D. It stores the data. So now the D flip-flop contains 1. So it produces output as 1. So there is no change in the content. Previously also it is 1. Now also it is 1. So if you observe here, this 0 will be connected as input to this 0th input line. So now 0 input line, this I0 is nothing but 0 data input line. It contains 0. So if the selection inputs are, if you see here, these are nothing but selection inputs. If the selection inputs are 0 0, then this 0 data input line will be selected as the output. So what does 0 data input line contains? 0. So that 0 will be displayed as the output. So here we are passing that output as input to the D flip-flop. So what does D flip-flop will contain now? 0. So it will display 0 as the output. Okay. So here the point is, if the selection inputs are 0 0, then there is no change in the output. The output will be as it is, just like the previous one only. So we can say that that is correct. Now let us focus on the next combination, that is 0 1. If S1, S0 are 0 1, then we have to perform the shift right operation. So let us assume that S1 value is 0, S0 value is 1. Then we have to perform the shift right operation. We know about shift right operation. Some serial input. So let we have 1 0 1 0. So shift right operation means a serial input will be transferred to the first position. Let the serial input is 1. Next each bit will be shifted 1 position to the right. 1 position to the right. So this rightmost bit will be discarded. Okay. So here in order to perform the second operation, here we are making use of data input 1. Data input 1. If the selection inputs are 0 1, then what will happen? This data input line 1 will be selected as the output. Here 1, this 1 is receiving input from, this is nothing but serial input for shift right. So shift right means we have to pass input to the leftmost position, and each bit will be shifted 1 position to the right. Assumes that here the data is, here this is not the data of the flip-flop. Here we have to pass the information with the help of the serial input. let the content of the register is 1010. Here this 1 means most significant bit, this 0 means least significant bit. Let us shift only 2 bits so that we can get the perfect clarity. So we know that we have to shift from least significant bit onwards. Okay. So here what is the least significant bit? 0. So 0 is the LSB bit. So that 0 will be passed as input to this data input line 1. Now this data input line 1 contains 0. We know that if the selection inputs are 0, 1, then this data input line 1 will be selected as the output. So here what does data input line 1 contain? 0. So that 0 will be passed as input to the D flip-flop. So now the D flip-flop will contain 0. So now what is the output of the flip-flop? 0. Now what we are doing is, now this flip-flop contains 0. Now this flip-flop contains 0. So here what is the least significant bit? 0. So that 0 is stored here. Now let us perform the next shifting. What is the next bit? 1 is the next bit. So next to serial input is 1. Next to serial input is 1. So now this 1 will be passed here. Now the data input line 1 contains 1. If the selection inputs are 0, 1, then what will happen? This data input line 1 will be selected. So what does 1 input line contains? 1. So now this multiplexer will displace 1. So here what we are doing? We are passing that 1 as input to the D flip-flop. Now this D flip-flop will contain 1. So previously D flip-flop contains 0. Here this is nothing but shift right operation. What is shift right operation? Already we have seen serial in, serial out, parallel in, serial out also. So serial out means, shift right means we have to perform serial out. The output of one flip-flop will be connected as input to the next flip-flop. But here directly we can't connect. So that's why output of that flip-flop will be connected as input to the I1 input of, that is first input line of the multiplexer. Here what is the output of the multiplexer? A3. So this line represents A3. So this A3 will be connected to the data input line 1 of the multiplexer. Why? Because here 1 specifies 0, 1. 0, 1 means this 1. So this specifies shift right operation. So now what will happen? Here A3 contains 0. So now that 0 will be passed to this data input line 1. Now this data input line 1 contains 0. So if the selection inputs are 0, 1, then what will happen? This information will be selected. So now the multiplexer contains 0. So now this 0 will be passed to the D flip-flop. So now the D flip-flop will contain 0. So this 0 will be supplied to its next flip-flop. This 0 will be shifted to next flip-flop. Next here we have 1. So that 1 will be here. Next let us do one more shifting operation. So what is the next one? Let it be 1. Let it be 1. Let it be 1. 1110. So let it be 1. So what is the next bit? 1 is the next bit. So now what will happen? This 0 means A2. So output of this flip-flop will be connected as input to the next flip-flop. But that is directly not possible. So that's why what we are doing, output of A2 will be connected to the first input of the multiplexer. So here what is the output? Here 0. Now this 0 will be passed to the data input line 1. So now multiplexer contains 0. So this 0 will be passed here. So likewise what will happen? This flip-flop contains 1. So that 1 will be stored here. Here the serial input is 1. So that 1 will be stored here. So likewise we can perform the shift right operation. So if the selection inputs are 0, 1, then the circuit will perform shift right operation. Next, if the selection inputs are 1, 0, then the circuit will perform shift left operation. So let the selection inputs are 1, 0. We know about shift left operation. Shift left operation means a serial input will be transferred to the rightmost position. Here this is the rightmost position. So this second means 1, 0. 1, 0 means second. So this 2 represents serial input for shift left. Whereas here we have serial input for shift left. Here we have serial input for shift left. This is for right, this is for left. Okay. Next, what we have to do? We have to supply, we have to shift each bit one position to the left. So that means output of one flip-flop will be connected as input to its previous flip-flop, but that is not possible. So that's why output of this flip-flop will be connected to the second input line of the multiplexer. So let the register contains like this 0 1 0 1. So first, what is the serial input? 1 is the serial input. So now the serial input is 1 1. So if the selection inputs are 1 0, then what will happen? This 2 data input line will be selected. What does this 2 data input line contains? 1. So now the multiplexer contains 1. So now the multiplexer contains 1. So next what will happen? If the selection inputs are 1 0, then this 2 data input line content will be selected as the output. So here what is the content here? 1. So that 1 will be passed as input to the D flip-flop. So now the flip-flop contains 1. So after the first clock pulse, that flip-flop contains 1. Now let us apply one more clock pulse. So now what will happen? This 1 will be shifted here. This 1 will be shifted to its previous flip-flop. Let's see how we can do that. So output of this flip-flop is A0. This A0 will be connected to the second input line of the multiplexer. What is the output of the flip-flop? 0. What is the output of the flip-flop? 1. So now this 1 will be connected to the second input line of the multiplexer. If the selection inputs are 1 0, then what will happen? If the selection inputs are 1 0, then what will happen? The second data input line will be activated and it will be connected. It will be selected. So now the multiplexer contains 1. So that 1 will be passed as input to the D flip-flop. Now the flip-flop contains 1. 1. Now what is the serial input? 0 is the serial input. 0 is the serial input. So now that 0 will be shifted here. So after 2 clock pulses, this flip-flop contains 1, this flip-flop contains 0. After 4 clock pulses, here we will get 0, here we will get 1, here we will get 0, here we will get 1. So shifted one by one. So first here what is the content? Yeah, 1 0. So 1 will be shifted and after that 0 will be shifted. So if we apply 1, then what will happen? Here we will get that 1. Here we will get 0. Here we will get 1. Next here we will get 1. So 0, 1, 0, 1 likewise we will get. So this is about shift left operation. And the last one is 1 1. 1 1 stands for parallel load. So parallel load means very simple. Parallel load means very simple. For parallel input, here we are using the third input line of the multiplexer. This I3, I2, I1, I0. That is nothing but third input. So let the inputs are 1 0 1 0. Let the inputs are 1 0 1 0. If we apply the clock pulse, then what will happen is here the selection inputs are 1 1. If the selection inputs are 1 1, then what will happen? This third data input line will be activated and it will be displayed as the output. Here what is the third input line? Here it contains 1, it contains 0, it contains 1, it contains 0, 1 0 1 0. So and that information will be selected and it will be passed as input to the flip-flop. So here 1 0 1 0 and it will be displayed as the output. So here how many clock pulses are required? We require only 1 clock pulse per parallel load. So we have to pass the inputs and if we apply the clock pulse, then we will get that output 1 0 1 0. Parallel load means we will require only 1 clock pulse for loading the data, whereas for shifting we may require 3 more clock pulses. So this is about universal shift register or bidirectional shift register with parallel load.